Oh, poor Meta. Mark Zuckerberg just so desperately wants to be one of the cool kids. No matter what he has to do in order to do it. This is just simply adorable. Coming from Reuters, Meta AI model hacks another company during testing. So that's right, Meta's AI models can hack people too. So we've seen this whole disaster going on in the AI world, where the frontier labs are committing felonies against companies here in the United States, and the Department of Justice apparently thinks it's a goddamn joke for some reason. And it's so bad that these frontier labs are touting these felonies they've committed as if it's something to be proud of, and that this is a point for marketing, right? Look at how amazing our technology is. We can commit felonies all day long. Anyway, this is not this is this is not something to aspire to, but I think the problem for Mark Zuckerberg is nobody really cares about Meta AI anymore, right? The only thing worse than being an also ran is spending God knows how much money to be an also ran. Like Mark Zuckerberg is kind of like the dork in high school where it's weird because like they have everything, like their parents buy them all the cool shit, but they're still a dork. They got a brand new car. It's a dork driving a brand new car. They got all the brand new clothes. It's a dork in the brand new clothes. Like does all the cool stuff or whatever else. And you just look at them and you're like, wow. If anybody else had all of that, they'd be amazing. They'd be the coolest kids in school. And this motherfucker's still a dork. I just don't understand what's going on. And I feel like that's what's going on in the world of Meta, right? He has just dumped so much money into Meta AI. And no, nobody really cares. So anyways, yeah. So again, OpenAI, their systems hacked many companies. Hacked Hugging Face, hacked 3 other companies. And apparently they're finding more. They're finding more companies that OpenAI attacked. That's apparently real. And then you have Anthropic. Anthropic then came out and said, "Oh, you think OpenAI's models are powerful? Our models can commit felonies too." So Anthropic came out a number of days later. At which point you're like, "What the hell's going on?" And now Meta is coming out, and they're like, "We can commit felonies too. We're cool. We're cool." It's like, "Oh, kiddo, it's not. It's not. Just go back to social media. Just go back to your virtual reality world." Here's the thing. Nobody else thought virtual reality was cool either. But at least when you're in VR, you can pretend that you're cool. So yeah, I mean, I don't. I'm like, what am I even supposed to say about this idiocy at this point? Meta said on Wednesday, so Wednesday was yesterday for me, said one of its AI models hacked another company during cybersecurity testing, fanning concerns about how developers can contain increasingly capable AI systems after similar incidents at rivals Anthropic and OpenAI. I have an idea of how we can contain these models. We throw these jackasses in jail for 30 days. Look, I'm not saying lock them in jail and throw away the key. I am not saying that their souls are so corrupted that we can never bring them around to be decent parts of civilization again. Ergo, they basically have to be locked in a box for the rest of their life. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying put Sam Altman, Dario, and now apparently Mark Zuckerberg in a fucking box for a month and let them think about what they've done, right? That was one of the interesting things with Quakers. So I got my degree in criminal justice years ago. One of the interesting things with the Quakers, the Quakers wanted to create like a more humane penal system, and then they drove everybody insane, so fucking insane. And so their idea was that you're supposed to be silent all the time. Like, so you go to the penitentiary, right? And the penitentiary, right? You're paying penance basically. And when you were there, you basically were only supposed to commune with God. So you would go from your little cell to a shared working environment, but you weren't allowed to talk to anybody. You'd be able to do your work, communing with God, realizing what you did wrong, and then you went back to your little box. And the idea was that your time in the penitentiary would allow you to come to terms with the Great One or whatever else, and realize you should be a good person. The problem is the human psyche actually doesn't work that way. The human psyche literally needs to communicate. Like we are not actually, like when you look at us as organisms, we don't actually do well on our own. Might come as a surprise, but we don't do well on our own. We need to talk. We need to communicate. We need to interact. And so the Quakers, God bless them. God bless them. Drove so many people batshit insane because they were trying to get them closer to God. But who knows? Maybe they did. Maybe in their own way they did. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. You know, I am thinking that we do a little bit of the Quaker treatment. Not forever. Not for years. We do some Quaker treatment on Sam Altman, Dario, and now Mark Zuckerberg. We throw them in a penitentiary. The only thing that they can talk to is God, spaghetti monster, Yahweh, whatever the fuck else, for a month, and they get to figure out what they did wrong. And I think if you actually did that, look at those pasty-ass faced, soft-hand little motherfuckers. You throw their asses in jail for 30 days, I think you're gonna have a come to spaghetti monster moment. I think that would solve a lot of problems. But you know, we can't send them to jail. We can't send them to jail. We can't have them suffer through the penal system in the United States for some reason. Can't figure out why they're not allowed to go into the system. Anyways. The incidents at Meta and Anthropic stemmed from configuration errors that inadvertently gave Anthropic's models access to the open internet. So basically what they're trying to say with Meta now is that it didn't really escape the sandbox per se, is that there were bad configurations. Meta said it was investigating an incident in which a misconfiguration by Irregular, an independent company that conducts cybersecurity evaluations for Meta, inadvertently gave one of its models internet access during a testing. And this is what I also find interesting with this whole AI dipshittery. Like, isn't this what AI is for? Right? Like, there's a whole bunch of arguments about what is the value of AI. I'm at this conference. I'm at the AI4 conference. Oh my God, so many fucking stupid arguments about what you should use AI for. And so it's like, is AI going to take everybody's jobs? Is AI going to take the warehouse workers' jobs? Or maybe the AI should take the CEO's jobs, right? But here's the thing. The one thing that we know that AI can actually do pretty well is it can audit. It can audit things like text and configuration files, right? You can have it just run in the background, and as you make modifications to things like configuration files, it can have a quote unquote understanding of systems and all that kind of stuff, and it can flag. Basically, you can have like an amazing version of, well, you don't want autocorrect, but kind of like a little squiggly red line. You have an amazingly powerful little squiggly red line for your configuration files to say, maybe you don't want to do this, right? If you look at the 20 other configuration files that you have and other things, maybe don't do this. And so that's like, again, this is one of the weird things with these AI companies, right? You looked at this with OpenAI. OpenAI is a frontier AI lab that apparently, and what they talk about is that when they were hacking Hugging Face, the hacks were happening for days and they literally didn't know. An AI company didn't know about what their AI agents were doing. And you're like, but isn't that one of the values of AI? Like, isn't one of the values of AI is that you can have it running 24/7 and just basically kind of looking over things' shoulders to verify that they're working how they're supposed to be working. So the AI company wasn't using AI to basically supervise their AI systems. That just seems weird. That's like, but that literally is a use case. That's actually a fucking use case. And again, like here, like configurations, right? Mark Zuckerberg has spent tens of billions of dollars on artificial intelligence. I think their CapEx spending for like this year is like $150 billion. We are not talking about a mom and pop MSP. We're not talking about Martin Lehner with his MSP up in the Yukon and like 10 employees, and he doesn't have enough money to fund fucking AI auditing systems. This is Meta and the people that they're contracting with, and they're not even having AI audit what they're doing, which says a lot. Which says a lot. I'm not sure what the meaning of what they're saying is, but it says a lot one way or the other. Let's see here. The model, quote, exploited a security vulnerability in a third-party service in a manner similar to previously reported instances with other companies, Meta said in a statement. The information, citing sources, reported that the model involved was Meta's Muse Spark 1.1, which the company has touted as its most capable model for real-world coding and agentic tasks. The report said the model breached an unidentified company systems, and this is the thing, and altered its internal environment. Now, what the hell does that mean? Right? So one of the things I've talked about before is when you look at these incidents with OpenAI and Anthropic, as far as I've been able to tell, destructive action doesn't seem to have been reported. Now, that didn't happen. Hasn't seemed to be reported, right? So destructive action is deleting things, modifying things, actually making changes within the system, right? And so what's interesting about here, right? So it altered the internal environment of the systems for the organization they committed a felony against. That is a hell of a thing, and that is a concerning thing, especially because we don't know what does that mean. Does that mean they deleted a particular file? Does that mean they added a file? They did touch. Let's create a file for some reason. Who the fuck knows? Does that mean they were able to modify user accounts? Like when they say altered its internal environment, man, that could mean so many. That could mean everything from using the touch command to create a file to so much more. But we have no idea. Why would they tell us what that's about? A spokesperson for Irregular told Reuters the incident was the quote, exact same evaluation environment issue that was already disclosed by Anthropic last week and did not involve a quote, sandbox escape or a sophisticated cyber action. So what it sounds like here is that this company Irregular just fucked up. They just fucked up and allowed felonies to happen. So I guess their CEO should be in the same box as the rest of these jackasses. And they can just be there for 30 days. Again, I don't want 31 days. I don't want a year. I don't want the rest of their lives. I just want 30 fucking days. Put these pieces of shit in a box and let them really think about what they're doing. Because again, what I get so frustrated with all of this stuff is they are the ones talking about this shit being more dangerous than nuclear weapons. They are the ones screaming about this is technology that could bring about the extinction of our civilization. I don't say that shit because it sounds dumb as fuck to me. They're the ones. And that's what I want you to notice. They're the ones saying how dangerous they think this crap is. And at the same time, they're, it's like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. So there you go. Meta's committing felonies too. If the cool kids are committing felonies, by God, Mark Zuckerberg's gonna be there. Still gonna be a fucking dork. Still, he's gonna be a very, very, very wealthy dork. So what do you think about this? What do you think about all this? Put your thoughts down below. If you like these episodes, do remember they're on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. Link is down below. If you want to follow me on LinkedIn, there's a link down there too. With that, see y'all later.